you sent me a list from Colin Cowherd and has his top 10 quarterbacks going into the year, which I think is something that would be cool for us to do as well. But I just want you to react to this list as I list it off from 10 to 1. Tell me where you agree, tell me where you disagree, tell me who you'd put in this guy's place. So, number 10, Jared Goff.
That's solid. I think Jared Goff right there. I would put Jared Goff at 10.
And then already getting a little bit spicy here, Lamar Jackson at number 9.
That's blasphemy. Lamar Jackson's not the ninth best quarterback in the league. Maybe he's not top 5 in your eyes. Whatever. I get it. He's been hurt. But like, there's no way in hell that there is 8 better quarterbacks than Lamar Jackson. That is insane.
Yeah, would you say Herbert is or Lawrence is better at this point in their career than Lamar?
Uh, well, I can't put Herbert above him, but I can put Trevor Lawrence maybe. But I still think Lamar just has that running ability that no one else has. Even with the mobile quarterbacks, he's a whole step above them.
And then he has Aaron Rodgers at number 8, this is heading into next season, by the way. So the fact that he already has Aaron Rodgers over Lamar Jackson is just completely ridiculous to me. Where are we at a point where Aaron Rodgers, 1 year older, into his 40s at this point, going on darkness retreats, probably gonna go to the Green Bay Packers or be with the Jets? Like, you're telling me the Packers would rather have Aaron Rodgers or the Jets would rather have Aaron Rodgers than Lamar Jackson? Hell no. If I only have them for 1 year, if I'm the Jets, I am taking Lamar Jackson every single time.
I would rather have Aaron Rodgers at 9 at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at 9. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would have Aaron Rodgers more at 9. Lamar Jackson should be way further down on this list, but Aaron Rodgers at 9 makes more sense than makes sense at him at 8.
Yeah.
But I know, there's more.
And then this is where Colin gets in his bag, just being a ridiculous out of pocket coordinator. He always has like these stupid lists. Every single week is a new list for Cowherd. It's out of my mind. I get where Nick Wright gets it from because Colin Cowherd's his mentor. And then he has Matthew Stafford at 7, which I don't think Matthew Stafford is better than Jared Goff at this point. I get that they were traded for each other, but who would I rather have going into next year? 10 out of 10 times I'm taking Jared Goff. And then
how about this?
Over Aaron and Lamar?
Okay. You know what's the difference between Matt Stafford and these other 3 quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, and Lamar Jackson? Those other guys have an elbow because his elbow injury last year was so bad that he might not throw again. There's reports that he might not throw. He might have to retire. So, he's going to get surgery on his elbow. We don't know how good he's going to be and how good he played last year. He played terrible last year. Yes, he was hurt. Yes, there was injuries. There's a lot of, places we can point to. And I'm not going to undermine him as a good quarterback. He definitely is. But he's not in the top 10 at this point.
No.
He's not in the top 10. If you're going to put him in the top 10, you can put him at 10. But I still think that that's a stretch.
Would you rather have Geno Smith or Matt Stafford next year?
Well, it depends on what Stafford I see. Because if I see the Super Bowl Stafford, like Super Bowl season Stafford, I would probably take Stafford. But what do I expect to see from Stafford? I think I'd have Geno Smith.
Yeah, and then we have Jalen Hurts at number 6.
I think he should be top 5.
I think he should be top 5 as well because he has some players. This is going into next year. Who do you want? And already at number 5, I feel like Jalen Hurts has earned the right to be placed above Josh Allen now because of the way he balled out in the Super Bowl. It was that epic battle with Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen has never made it to a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts really improved his throwing motion. I feel like he got better sooner than Josh Allen did. He's shown more leadership. He's a better decision maker than Josh Allen. So who do I want to be the leader of my team? Who do I trust not to spaz out and force the issue and actually make plays with their legs and the right decision at the end of the game? Right now, I trust Jalen Hurts more than Josh Allen.
I think what I'll give Colin credit for is I think he's the first person to not have Josh Allen as at least the 3rd best quarterback. Like, I feel like at the lowest, he's always 3.
Right.
But to have somebody, I have a feeling where he's going to put the other, like where the other 2 names belong. But I like that he put Allen 5, just because of, for me, Josh Allen, when he's playing at his best, is unstoppable. I think he's in the same class as Mahomes, Burrow. He belongs in that echelon to Lamar Jackson, and when he's on it. But it's his low points. His low points are unwatchable. He's terrible. He's literally below average at that point. Which the other quarterbacks, their floors are not nearly as bad.
Yeah, and then Josh Allen at 5. I'm putting Jalen Hurts at number 5. I'm sorry, but
He's
like
got to be in the
as
top
far
five.
as his decision making, and then Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts, like
Just
what?
Jalen Hurts. Okay, no, I love Justin Herbert. You know I do. I
Yeah,
have a lot of Charger friends. I support them, and I think Justin Herbert's great.
yeah.
Justin Herbert's not top five.
No,
Justin Herbert's not top five. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and I'm sure who's probably going to be next on this list, Trevor Lawrence, are all better than Justin Herbert.
yeah.
Justin Herbert gave up a 27-0 lead. Until he can recover from that, which I know part of it goes to Joe Lombardi, part of it goes to Brandon Staley, part of it goes to a lot of things. A lot of credit to the Jags as well. But until that you can overcome that and not have one of the biggest choke jobs in NFL history, I'm sorry, Justin Herbert, no matter how good you are, you're not in the top five.
No, and it's not anything against Justin Herbert. Like, it's not offense to Justin Herbert. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I would probably put Justin Herbert out of this list. I would probably put him 7.
Yeah,
If we
6 or 7.
reorder it, or put him 6, and I'm putting Jalen Hurts at that number 4 or 3 spot, even over Trevor Lawrence at this point, just because what he's proved. But Justin Herbert, it's still like he has to at least win a playoff game. Lamar Jackson, I'm putting over Justin Herbert at this point because
Yep.
he's been there. He's the most winningest quarterback out of any of these guys early on in their career, excluding Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff. I'm just talking about out of the young quarterbacks, he has the best winning percentage besides Patrick Mahomes. And then he's gone toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. And then he's always had the inferior receivers. If you look at Lamar's career, his best receiver was Hollywood Brown. And then people are like Willie Snead. And then this year,
Willie Snead's nothing.
Mark Andrews was hurt. Lamar Jackson is out of the lineup. The offensive line is starting to fall off. Their running backs have absolutely taken a nosedive. Their best running back in the past 2 years has been Latavius Murray, which is wild. And then they put all of the effort into defense when Lamar Jackson will give you a 3-score lead and Jim Harbaugh will blow it somehow. It's just like, what else does Lamar have to do? If you're going to invest all of this money in defense and Lamar is worth 10 points and he gives you a 3-score lead and you blow 4 of them in the regular season, when you invest all your money on the defensive side, like, I don't know what else Lamar Jackson has to do to prove he's a top 5 quarterback. It's kind of ridiculous at this point. The amount of just blatant disrespect that people are like, oh, Josh Allen's definitely better than Lamar. I'm like, no, he's not definitely better. He can say he's better because he has more arm talent, but Lamar has won an MVP. He has a better winning percentage, and he didn't suck for his first 2 years.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. And I think if you don't put Lamar in your top five, then you're putting him 6, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great quarterbacks that we just mentioned, and there's more to come. But like the obvious ones, like Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow are 2 at this point. That's etched in stone for the time being. And then from there, you got the Josh Allens of the world, you got the Lamar Jacksons, you got the Trevor Lawrence, the Justin Herberts, Lamar, all of those guys. And where you order them is fine. Jalen Hurts also.
Yeah.
The top 7 quarterbacks, I would say. But the obviously better thing is what's crazy. Lamar Jackson, he's proven himself as a passer. He's proven himself as the best runner of all time. And because it, like, come on, who are we going to compare? Like Michael Vick?
Yeah.
Michael Vick, he was so much better than Michael Vick. Michael Vick was great for his time, and he's revolutionary. Have no disrespect. I love Michael Vick. But Lamar Jackson's better.
Yeah. Lamar's got that dog in him.
Literally. Lamar Jackson is exceptional. He threw for 4,000 yards. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards. He's won an MVP, and he's done that with almost no help on offense.
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but Justin Herbert's probably 7 on this list because Justin Herbert came into the NFL. Oh, that was cool. Second year. Okay. And then third year, it's like all the same. And I feel like Justin Herbert came in and he hasn't really improved that much. I get he hasn't had the weapons, maybe it's coaching, but still has Mike Williams, still has Keenan Allen, still has one of the best running back. He still has a top 5 running back in football. I get the defense has been atrocious, but there's been some opportunities for him to make plays where he hasn't. And it's not for lack of talent at receiver. And then even someone like Josh Palmer is pretty decent. So overall, I'm putting him 7. And then we have the number third guy on this list, Trevor Lawrence. If I'm talking about who I want going into next year, definitely putting him top 3. For me, he can run a little bit, which he has the dual threat quarterback ability. But if we're comparing him to Lamar, just Trevor Lawrence can just make all of the throws. He's come up clutch. His first legitimate season, he made the playoffs and overachieved and won a playoff game and showed resilience. We're in a game where he went ahead and threw 4 interceptions. He still stuck with it in the second half where most young quarterbacks would crumble, kept pushing, came back and won that game, had a chance to do it in Kansas City where his best receiver was Christian Kirk and Zay Jones, and then none of them could really get separation versus Kansas City. And if it wasn't for a fumble from a special teamers in the red zone, he has a legitimate chance to win the game. Unfortunately, throws the interception, but overall, they should feel really good about everything they accomplished last year. No one thought they were going to be in the playoffs. No one thought they even had a chance versus the Chiefs. I said it's going to be a one-score game. Came down to the wire, and overall, I think Trevor is definitely going to be in the MVP conversation because you can take the Jaguars to the number 1 seed, which I think they will have the capability to do with some roster moves. Yeah, I put him 3.
I I don't have a problem with putting him 3. I would put him 4. I would put Jalen Hurts ahead of him
You would put Jalen. Okay. Yeah.
he, second in the MVP, made it to the Super Bowl. And with Trevor Lawrence, when it comes to the AFC, it's going to be Chiefs, Bengals, Jags. Those are going to be the contenders next year. But I still see that first half against the Chargers that was pretty terrible. And sometimes his decision making is kind of cringe, to be honest. Other than that, though,
Yeah.
if we're looking at from week 9 on, he was the best quarterback in football. Look at the numbers. His numbers, QBR of 110. I mean, touchdown interception ratio of 3, like insanity. So I don't have any problems with him at number 3, but I personally would put him number 4.
Yeah, and then you have him at number 4. I'm fine leaving him at number 3, and then we have Burrow, Mahomes at 1 and 2. I agree with both of those.